And it continues. Anyway, I'm not going to be too long, but all of this has to be documented. So earlier this morning, this is an email that was sent out to, countless monsters and their smoke screen illusions of public service. All correspondence is a court of record. I mean, of course it is. Everything's on the record. Victoria did speak to you, Donna. Well, this has gone to this Donna Fraser of West Shore ULOC. Again and again and again on every public platform available. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, email. You did not have consent to supersede the inalienable rights of Jack, who did not identify any employee or owner of legal fiction West Shore ULOC, let alone any other persons, as beneficial owners of our highly sentimental private property. Everything, each item in that locker is irreplaceable. Your unforgivable, arrogant actions, we are satisfied, are a hate crime. Yes, Donna, Victoria did commit crimes against herself by providing a valuable security by way of storage locker payment, because April the 16th, 2020, you did threaten this homeless and destitute woman as a result of CIBC agents, then actor BC Attorney General David Eby, Victoria Police Chief Del Manick, and countless others guilty of fraud closure, that if she didn't commit the offense, which did cause her life-threatening harm, you would do exactly as you threatened to do. You generated profit out of Victoria's fear. She was under threatened arrest, not to mention toxic shock from the unspeakable corruption, discrimination, and violence, quashing the tenancy agreement. You will forward all advertisements you use to lure others to aid and abet your theft and trafficking of in-trust private property. Without right or consent, you did go through every box, touch what never did belong to you, and itemize a list for trafficking you call auctioning property obtained by your crime. You will provide that full list to Victoria before the end of Friday, June 6, 2025. Every dollar, every dime you did make trafficking Jack, Victoria, and AJ's private chattel belongs to the estate of the Honorable Jack Daly. You will provide the amount you did produce before the end of Friday, June 6th, 2025. You have 7 days until June the 13th, 2025 to compensate Victoria, the trustee of the estate, what your hate crime produced in profit. You know exactly who helped you commit this hate crime. You will provide a list of all persons now in possession of property, of private in-trust property, as they are required to return the items to the true owner. These persons have the right to read the months of correspondence you did receive and did ignore and disrespect, as thieves cannot be trusted. No honor among thieves. What did you do with all the personal property that you would have not been able to traffic? You will provide a list of all items you did put in the garbage, and that list is due before end of work hours, Friday, June 6th. So, and then there's the call yesterday to West Shore ULOC regarding criminal offenses, denial of right to trust property, where they're pretending that Donna's not available. And see when the lies start? Liars can't do anything but lie. So Donna knows exactly what it did. It knows it caused irreparable harm, and they couldn't wait to do that. Yours very truly. So when a woman makes a claim to be a foreign diplomat, she has to actually prove that she is a foreign diplomat. So that's what the links are about. So I did alive yesterday. My goodness, the year has flown by, hasn't it? So I've been spending quite a bit of time on Facebook lately. So when I arrived here in the summer of '73, I was given the last name Bombardier. And then later that was changed. So I'm a targeted woman. I have survived decades of outrageous abuse. Now, if I start to get going, this presentation may contain extremely coarse language, not because I'm rude or because I'm unkind, but because I'm in an extreme amount of pain. Forced adoption will do that to you. Fraud closure will do that to you. And then just recently we've had a cabal in Langford doing business as West Shore ULOC who have decided, against the consent of the true owner, the contents of that locker, open up the locker, go through absolutely everything. They obviously took an inventory of everything because then they did auction off property that never did belong to them. Isn't that right, Donna Fraser? So when I called you today, Donna, our understanding is that one of the staff did lie for you and he's claimed that you weren't available for a conversation. Why is that? So Donna, if you don't understand the continuous and repeated written word that was provided to you, you were taught the common law, you were taught trust law, you were taught the Criminal Code of Canada, you were spoken to, how many times were you spoken to, Donna? About you cannot fucking violate rights of men and women. It's not Victoria's fault she's not back in her home on her land. That would be the fault of the malicious, mindless monsters guilty of police misconduct. We have a very serious problem here in Canada with corruption, and it starts, well, every province would be run by a criminal. Yeah, they have the label of premier. We've got one of the worst in Canada, in British Columbia here right now, and you know exactly what your fucking name is. Hey, David Eby, what did you do with the registered mail package you received about an act of fraud on the court by your filthy fascist fucking friends there in Kamloops and Victoria here? Well, Jack and Victoria never consented to have anyone else besides our family occupy the land. And all the legal rules say the same thing, David. So what's going on? How is it that you and your buddies are facilitating a $100 million mortgage fraud ring across Canada using property that's stolen from the true owners, like Jack and myself? Okay. And then, of course, you've got Del Manick here, who is employed by criminal organization City of Victoria, who did receive a package of information as the crimes were taking place. What did you do with that information? Oh, that's right. Victoria went into the fucking hog headquarters there and picked up all the information from you because you wouldn't get off your fucking brown ass to do anything about what was happening. So then you're guilty of conspiracy and you're guilty of malfeasance and misfeasance. But here in Canada, right, the fucking whores are as thick as thieves. And because these aren't people that my people are dealing with, these are humans, man. Humans are legally defined as monsters. That's exactly who they are. Jack and I never consented to be robbed of anything, not the 2 house cars, not anything inside the house, not the land, not any of it. That's why Jack has a will. So that contract is the law. You can't get around it. It's bulletproof. But there's an active agenda to not only end the quality, to completely destroy the quality of my life, but to basically just end my life altogether. That's why Donna Fraser would go ahead and do the abso-fucking-lutely unthinkable, didn't you, Donna? And not one of the fucking brainless beasts employed by Wishaw Ulock when, you know what? This is wrong. We need to not do this. This is sick. Like, we're completely violating her rights, her family's rights. We're violating, well, it's a breach of contract. How many times were you spoken to, Donna? That's why Victoria writes everything down, so there's a record of how many times you were spoken to. So what they did is they open up the fucking locker they have no right to open, and they take an inventory of everything inside. And then they traffic in stolen property without letting anybody know what they're doing. So now you've covered up your crimes. So you would have a list of fucking all the savages who are now touching Jack and Victoria's private property. So Victoria needs the list. She needs the inventory list that you took. Everything has to be returned in the matter of which it would have been in when you opened up the locker. And can you do that? Because if you can't do that, then you've caused irreparable harm. And so every time you were instructed to stop and you didn't stop, you see here in Canada, there's a fine attached to every crime. $5,000 fine attached to every single criminal code offense. So not only did we count up 24 criminal code offenses committed by the owners and Donna Fraser of Wishaw Ulock, every single email and every single text message, every single piece of mail. I mean, we're talking at minimum $150,000 fine. And then, of course, what about the irreparable harm you've caused? Because now you can't fix what you've done. So these are the days of Noah, right? So you're listening to a righteous woman. That's what the problem is. The wicked hate the righteous. The wicked seek to end the lives of the righteous. They fucking destroy every aspect of our lives. Now, I don't know if you're one of the targeted, but that's what more than likely it's happening to you. The wicked hate the righteous. You can't speak to the wicked. You can't reason with the wicked. That's why you can't reason with Donna Fraser. And how is it that you identified Donna? Because Victoria knows how you identify. Does it start with a W and end with an H? That's exactly what you are. Only that kind would do something like that, what you did, and now you're trying to hide? Not going to pick up the phone? So it's not Victoria's fault. The property was still in the locker, Donna. No, that would be Dean Murdoch, the criminal, acting as the malicious maggot mayor of Rico District of Saanich, and his fucking savage partner in crime there, Dean Duffy. So Dean Duffy, you're guilty of police misconduct. You like to tell lies, do you? You're a liar? You figure you can hide? You figure our people acquit the guilty? No, that's not how life works. The Criminal Code of Canada is not up for interpretation. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms is not up for interpretation. The common law is not up for interpretation. It's real fucking simple. Law and justice is fucking simple as 1, 2, 3. It's not complicated at all. You cause anybody loss, harm, or injury. I mean, how many fucking times have I been fucking assaulted? With these fucking poisonous fucking puke police. Brett Cadell? Puke? You like to tell lies? You like to commit perjury, do you, Puke? Police misconduct. And let's see, we've got Nick Murray. We've got Mike Walsh. We've got Jeff Bevington. We've got Mike Duquette. He all cut from the same cloth. The contaminated cloth of the cursed. Yes, we understand you hate us. We understand you want us to be destroyed. We understand all of that. Here's what the problem is. You don't fucking understand anything. That's what happens when you're fucking dead from the neck up. You're meatheads, man. You're like zombies. Who the fuck decided to give you fucking pukes weapons? Should we tell everybody what you did? Did you attack Victoria twice with SWAT teams? Interesting. Why would you do something like that? Coming at her with your fucking filthy flashlights and your automatic weapons and your fucking bullying and your fucking ignorance and your ugliness and your lawlessness, your unprofessional fucking conduct. Fuck you. Them fucking lies you're telling ain't ever gonna be the truth, and that fucking land does not belong to the two savages who have it now. And it certainly doesn't belong to fucking the District of Saanich. The cardboard fucking cutout legal fiction. Gee, so what are we looking at here, Donna? Are we looking at how many times you're threatening and menacing Victoria? And then is Victoria responding to you, Donna? Yeah, she sure is. She's responding to you on April the 22nd, 2025. She's responded to you fucking countless times, Donna. So then you didn't understand any of the emails you were sent repeatedly and consistently from February 1st, 2025 onwards that you were in possession of property obtained by crimes, were not legally allowed to collect on property obtained by crimes, refused to call the RCMP and report who dropped off the property obtained by crime, and now you're violating my right to privacy and to protection of interest property. The damage you have knowingly and willingly caused can never be made right by you paying for the damages. There's personal and private chattel being unlawfully stored, baby pictures, irreplaceable documents, and you are pure evil, so ugly to a woman who told you again and again the truth. So who owns that location? You're evil. You're pure fucking evil. You've got no right to enter the locker. You're notified consistently and repeatedly, but money's not important. What's important are rights. Inalienable rights that you're violating. That's on April the 22nd. They've been fucking told. So then April 22nd, go into it fucking again with them. 24 Criminal Code of Canada offenses. So June the 5th. Alright, we go into it. Attention, Donna Fraser. So they've already received this. And now they're going to ignore the woman that they've caused irreparable. You're just going to ignore this? You're going to ignore what you've done? Oof. Wow. That's interesting. How unprofessional. How uncivilized. But then, hey, that's what happens when you're dealing with fucking cursed chimeras. Part fucking monkey, part monster. I'm being literal. I'm not joking. Humans are not people. Hey, listen, if you're one of the righteous, you got nothing to worry about. If you're right-minded and you have a right heart, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing. It's the fucking wicked warped weeds that's the cause of your global warming. Truth ain't complicated. You shall know the fucking filth by its fruit. Yes, that's right. Below one of many notifications explaining no person has the right to administer Jack and Victoria's interest private property but the trustee and beneficial owner. Well, that's the woman who's speaking. Donna, the tenancy agreement you kept referring to does not and never did give you or any person acting as wisher you lock the right to cause irreparable harm and destroy heirloom property. I'll post that. I'll post that in the description box. So, just posting the truth, sharing the truth. Unbelievable, the world we live in. Just sickening. Sickening. I mean, how many times were they spoken to? One day ago, wish her you luck. Owners and employees under investigation for willfully intentionally violating the inalienable rights of a woman they don't like. Refuse to offer consideration or show due care, concern, and respect because money's more important than life. Yeah, that's our lives here. Just it's a constant war. It does not stop. So what they did when they were notified repeatedly to not do what they were doing, it's conspiracy, right? It's conspiracy is an agreement between two or more persons to do an unlawful act. So there was conspiracy between Donna Fraser and every staff member and the owners. The victim, you just fucking completely fucking wipe out the entire fucking estate and all the fucking estate property. That's exactly what they did. So when they didn't notify any fucking person who either touched or looked at that private interest property, it's hiding an offense, compounding an indictable offense, because they had to have informed all involved as to what they were doing. They had to show all involved all the emails. They had to show them the trust. They had to. You don't get to fucking hide what you're doing. You don't get to hide. So that's, constantly fucking hounding. Well, it didn't. It started right on August the 16th, 2020. The fucking threats and the menaces that if you don't fucking pay and you don't fucking make us rich because we were fucking stupid enough to actually receive stolen property during a ban on forced eviction. Should have fucking turned that truck around and said, "Holy fuck, what are you doing here? You can't. We're not receiving any property right now. What are you doing? Where did you get this property from? Who does this property belong to? Did the man or woman whose property we're now receiving, did they consent to having this property moved from one location to another? Because if they didn't, we can't receive the property. We're sorry. We can't do business with fucking criminals like Peter Innes and the other fucking brainless beasts who did aid and abet Daniel, Carolyn, Graham Mack, and Susan Bossio, and fucking Dalmatic and David Eby here, who are involved in $100 fucking million mortgage fraud ring. Ignorance of common law is no defense. Well, who's got it? Because they were fucking told. Well, the brainless beasts keep coming at me, so if this woman is a foreign diplomat, you wouldn't have any jurisdiction. You never did have jurisdiction. You don't have any authority to cause others harm, loss, and injury. Oh, it's a peace theory, is it? You're inviolable. You're not held liable for any arrest or detention. The host state should give proper respect and shall take all relevant steps to prevent any attack. on themselves, on their dignity, and their freedom. And liberty is not freedom. Freedom is different than liberty. The premises are inviolate. And yet, look what's happened. Immunity from local jurisdiction. We enjoy immunity from the jurisdiction of the local fucking cabals pretending to be these courts. The immunity extends to criminal jurisdiction as well as civil and administrative jurisdiction. So the only types of fucking courts you've got in Canada are basically administrative courts. It's just all fucking paperwork. The court's fucking four corners on a piece of legal foolscap. Has nothing to do with living men and women. It's all fucking the dead. Created and generated by the dead. Who are impersonating fucking fiction like the Crown and the Public. Yeah, so December 19th, there's a warrant, another warrant, because, where the fuck is she? Oh, fuck, she will not fucking bend down and suck us off. Oh, so we're gonna have to fucking issue a warrant. Fucking force her into the fucking whorehouse. So this one for September 5th is because I fucking absolutely said no consent. Here's your lawful reasons why we won't be aiding and abetting your fucking hate crime. So they came back with a SWAT team that did the same fucking thing they did on August the 29th. Just a fucking repeat. They reprobate fucking retard fucking repeat of rot. And then December the 19th, they did the same thing. Oh, no, she won't bend over. So we're gonna have to fucking issue an unendorsed warrant. Here's the fucking problem with these documents. You need a wet ink fucking signature, and you need to take all these boxes off of this fucking legal paperwork. All the boxes gotta go. Otherwise, this fucking piece of paper is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, it doesn't fucking mean anything because there's no actually living men and women who are going to be held responsible. Because anything and everything in a box is not showing on the page. So this fucking skank, this Sandu, who kidnapped Victoria and moved Victoria from one location to another and then did assault Victoria. Yeah, I got assaulted by the fucking snatch. Told the fucking bitch not to touch me. The fucking bitch went ahead and touched me. No means no. Snatch. No means no. No is a full fucking sentence, bitch. But see, fucking Sandu there wouldn't be responsible for any of the fucking loss, harm, and injury or any of the fucking criminal code of Canada offenses because that fucking box where it's fucking written and signed its name doesn't actually show on this piece of paper. So the degenerate fucking Duffy there has been informed that this fucking, the second fucking warrant you got in December of 2024, the last one you got last year, that one's been cancelled by the only woman with authority to cancel the warrant. There's no one else who has the authority to cancel this warrant. No one. The principal is the highest authority. The principal has the inherent power, and they don't need to fucking get that power or derive that power from anybody else. Because you know if you show up in that fucking whorehouse, right, it's a presumption that, oh, now you're ours, now you're our property, now you're our dead fucking chattel. And if we decide you're not leaving the synagogue of Satan, you ain't leaving. No, we will fucking hold you, put you in a cage, torture you, fucking starve you, fucking poison you with McDonald's. We can't hear you because you see you're dead. We can't see you because you see you're dead. Yeah, so they're the privileged class. Yeah, they're the privileged. They get to do whatever the fuck they want to whoever the fuck they want. So no, they were told repeatedly. Stop what you're doing. Sorry, I'm just looking at how many times I fucking told them to fuck off. Remember what I told you about, like I said something? I worked tirelessly to say something. And here it is here, this one here. Refused service and protection. Refused to protect life and refused to protect property. So this is the package of information. I wrote it all out. I provided witness. Here's the file number. I received on December the 3rd, 2019. That we got a problem here. There's fucking land and a home. It's being stolen. This is December the fucking 3rd. I've gone in 2019 and said something. They refused to fucking do anything about what's happening. So January the 6th, I file a notice of civil claim to stop them. Again, they can just completely fucking ignore me. Yippers. See what's happening here? See what's going on here? You see that what the privileged class of cursed fucking cuckoos get away with here? So that's what fucking Daniel, Carl, and Gray Mack and the entire fucking body of beasts and Kamloops. They fucking siphoned the entire estate into their own pockets. Claiming there's fucking processes to be done that aren't ever going to be done because they are not required to be done. It's all this fucking bullshit about talking about fucking probate and fucking probate. Do you even know what probate is? It's some fucking brainless beast fucking bencher giving you the right that you already fucking have. And they're going to charge you for their useless fucking services. It's a fucking letter. That's all it is. Well, have you done probate? Do you even fucking know what probate is? It's a fucking joke. It's got nothing to do with fucking anything. Private people are not fucking part of the fucking public fucking puke processes. We're sorry. It's a fucking no. Well, have you gotten any of the money? Well, you need to do probate. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Do your fucking research. Fucking open your fucking eyes. Okay, so May the 3rd. Between May the 3rd and May the 6th, these fucking savages hiding behind legal fiction where sure you luck are told there's the fucking YouTube upload that you're committing a hate crime. It's a Wisher RCMP jurisdiction. There's a criminal acting as the BC fucking Attorney General. And all members of the BC NDP are criminals, by the way. Abso-fucking-lutely they are. As are fucking Duthie and Manic. And they're all complicit. That's why the fucking the properties, the irreplaceable property is still in the locker. It's not in the fucking locker because I failed to do my job. It's in the fucking locker because I'm being fucking kept by force from taking the fucking land and the house back. So if they fucking went ahead, and obviously they did, and they fucking knew, they have no, listen, there is no excuse. Like, you have no defense. So they've actually signed the paperwork themselves for jail time. They signed the paperwork. There's no trial. Well, there's nothing to try. You're not going to fucking argue that you fucking didn't do what you did. You're not gonna fucking hire some fucking brainless beast fucking birth member to fucking stand in front of you and fucking hide you in your fucking ugliness, and your racism, and your hatred, and your discrimination. You fucking did what you did, knowing full well what you were doing. Hey, these are the days of Noah. Well, there you go. You had the guilty act, you had the guilty mind, and what are we going to do now with you? You knew what you were doing. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to have to fucking spend a whole bunch of time to go through all the correspondence that was sent from February the 5th up until now. Well, I have to provide testimony in a statement and provide it to the public servants acting as West Shore RCMP, because now I got another fucking huge mess to clean up, because the fucking brainless beasts, the fucking cursed chimeras, have gone once again and just fucking wiped out every fucking thing that was in that locker. Can you imagine how that feels, that they fucking opened up every single fucking box and went through fucking abso-fucking-lutely everything? Do you have any idea what that feels like? I had a fucking nightmare on May the 8th. That's how sensitive I am. And when you get on the phone with these fucking idiots, I mean, what do you think they're going to say? What do you think they're going to say? Oh, we're so sorry, we'll undo it all and we'll fucking pay for all the damages that we've got. They're not going to fucking say that. Oh, we're not, we didn't know. You pled guilty, man. You pled guilty as soon as you fucking refused to stop. When you did what you did, you pled guilty to the charges. 24 fucking charges. 24 of them. You don't serve them all at once, you serve them one after another. It's the victim of the crime who is the court. Right? No, this is just fucking too much. It's too much to take. It really is. It's just too much. Yesterday at 5:50 p.m., you were ordered to mitigate the irreparable harm you've intentionally caused to Jack and Victoria. Immediately contact all persons in possession of property obtained by your crime. Tomorrow have a list of these persons' contact information available, as persons acting as BC sheriffs must get involved to repossess and return the stolen property to the true owner. The call this afternoon was recorded and must be listened to by the owners and Donna. And that's the phone number there for the cabal. Fucking can you imagine, eh?